years since businesses across the Ozarks took a hit from the pandemic, some even closing for good. But those that are open are still feeling the impact. Abbey Taylor has more from a Springfield music school as they look back on this stressful year.
During spring break, I started hearing all these crazy things about a shutdown and some virus.
Looking back to last year, Heather Leverage, owner of Conservatory of the Ozarks, had no idea what the future of her music school would go through in 2020.
They were like, oh, we're going to take a month off and then we'll come back in May, once things are back to normal after a month.
But as Leverage realized,
then things never went back to normal.
Over the next several months, her growing business began losing students and even teachers.
Like nearly half of our students we lost. So that was, and just all at once.
In September, she was in the process of closing her doors for good. KY3 even reported on the closing, and it caught the attention of a viewer who was passionate for the arts.
Started getting calls because a lot of other people had seen the story too. And that was really helpful. That got us some more new students.
She says the donor recently donated again, helping her school.
Do you think the arts have really been affected by COVID? Because it isn't essential. Music helps us, and all the arts, it helps us to be more human, to be more ourselves.
Heather is grateful for the donations and hopeful for the future as her school begins to gain more students. And compared to last year, she's beginning to feel a sense of normalcy again, even today at their Valentine's Day recital.
And see my students perform is so meaningful to me. Because there were so many months when we couldn't perform in real life. It had to be virtual, which is great that we can do that, but it's not the same as playing and hearing my students sing. And it was really wonderful to be able to do that today.
In Springfield, I'm Abbey Taylor.
Can you imagine getting a utility bill for almost $7